Grand Rising, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's that time again. This is the Ptah Shakur Speaks program here on the White Rose Community Channel 16. Channel 18 is kind of chilly in here, so I got my hat on right now. So this is going out live on the White Rose Community Access Television as well as on Facebook. I got my notes here. I promise you this is going to be an excellent program, but we're going to do our due diligence and make sure that this is going out on Facebook live here. If anybody's able to do a quick little phone check, you can go ahead and call in 717-846-5067. This is for our TikTok crowd right here. I got my camera here set up. So we're going to spend the next 30, 60 seconds or so making sure that everything comes out perfectly, professionally. Oh, here we go. Let me go here to live. Do a little sound check for myself. Hope everybody's having a wonderful Monday. This is January 27th, 2025. There we go. Coming across loud and clear. So, again, let me begin. Grand Rising, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This is the Ptah Shakur Speaks program. Haven't seen me in a while. Haha. Back at it like a dag nabbit. This is the first program I'm doing since the holidays, since about around the Christmas time, Thanksgiving, around that particular time, and woo, a lot of things has been taking place, and a lot of things that I've been sharing on my YouTube channel starting back in 2023. Those things are jumping off the page right now. You see a lot of things taking place in the news. I'm up 20 points, y'all. I'm telling you what's going to happen, and it's been happening right on time. And so what does all that mean? We're going to tie all that together with this wonderful program. But like always, warning! Yes. The information you hear may excite you, may disturb you, may cause a myriad of different emotions to kind of bubble up. I promise you the information that's coming across is peer-reviewed science as well as backed up by the expertise and the education and research that I particularly have done into bringing this particular content to you all, my beautiful people here in York, Pennsylvania, like I said, White Rose, as well as going out on Facebook. This camera right here, say hi. Say hi to the TikTok. Yeah, you can't see them. TikTok's been blowing up. This is a glorious time to be alive. Like always, before I get into my affirmation, and feel free to write this down. Please get a pen and pad. It's very, very important. Or go ahead and rewind this particular program. These programs serve as somewhat of a curriculum, if you will, to explain some of the nuances and some of the details of what's taking place nowadays. And for those who want to ascend, like if you read on at the bottom line there, New World Order, New Earth. What does that mean? Why is it when you look at the back of the dollar bill, you see Ovis Ordo Selectlum? What does all that mean? We're going to get into all that very, very shortly. Like I said, this is Ptah Shakur. I am an individual, see myself as a bridge explaining these particular mindsets and these different jargon. I get questions all the time, sharing about how to meditate, and I demystify a lot of things because, believe it or not, I've always wanted to see a program like this. However, haven't seen it, so now I'm in the process of reduplicating or pushing out this very, very tremendous information for individuals looking to better themselves. If you're looking to better yourself as far as with your diet, I've done programs in the past that spoke about sea moss, shilajit, and all these type of superfoods. As well as, like I said, how to meditate, the importance of going out into nature, demagnetizing, and understanding primarily the divinity that is inside of you. Yes, you are listening at home right now. You are a powerful being. You are an interdimensional being. When you lay yourself down at night, you go and meet the greater portion of you. You are only a portion of your experience. You are a spiritual being experiencing a sometimes physical experience. So the greater part of you is in the spirit realm, and so that is to understand what's really going on and how you can use your powers of imagination, how to use the laws and principles of creation to actually bring abundance, bring blessings into your life. Believe it or not, this is programs that should be taught in the school districts, but alas, it is not. This is information that should be displayed on the mass media. However, it is not. So I'm Ptah Shakur. I'm here to do the dirty work for everybody. So That's the show purpose. Like always, I begin with an affirmation. Affirmation is where you say, I am. Whatever you put behind that, you go ahead and you charge yourself and you charge and you demand that from the universe. Yes, you can demand things from the universe because things are supposed to come to you by right, by birthright. You don't have to do any special procedure. You are a divine being. You're not an ocean. You're not a drop in the ocean. You are the ocean in a drop. So with this particular affirmation, you can feel free to write this down and say this as well. This is something I normally say every day to kind of get me positively charged up, or what I call positively contaminating my next scene. So yes, yes, we call about luck. There's a way you can harness luck. And you can actually cause things to abundance and wonderful things to gravitate into your life by using the power of your words. Yes, your words are power. So make sure you be very, very careful of how you speak to yourself and how you speak to others as well. So I know my place in truth. I know what I am in truth. I know how I serve in truth. I'm free. I am free. I am free. I'm in the upper room. God is, God is, God is. I, Ptah Shakur, I pledge to look for the best in each and every circumstance and in each and every one, especially starting with myself. I come from love, I am love, and I choose to look at the world through the lens of love. I commit myself to choosing the upper room towards vibrating at the highest level possible. So that's the beginning part. I can break that down to you another time, but we got some really, really important updates to kind of get into. So I'll follow that up at another time. I am the omnipresent, all-powerful intelligence governing this here mind-body complex. I am the presence of divine harmony that's always connected to the frequency in the heart of God, and I now bring forth solutions to change myself and to change the world. See how that works? I am a limitless door which no man can shut. I am the mighty presence of divine source in action. In short, I'm your brother, Shorter. I'm you. We're going to get into all that. I am a catalyst for change, role model, youth advocate, transformational life coach, Reiki practitioner, entrepreneur, spiritual guide, and channel. I am a rebel, y'all, and I'm here to uninstall this cowardliness that I see pervasing through myriad of different ways. I, Ptah Shakur, seek to shed light on the daily atrocities that are being orchestrated by the elites. We're going to call them the bullies. They're not elite on anything. These bullies are seeking control over you and I, and their end game is closer than you think. I intend to promote nothing but love, light, motivation, education for all those seeking to understand the current cosmic changes that are taking place, that's happening in every animate and inanimate being. So you might say, oh, I'm not changing. Oh, yes, you are. Even your internal structure is changing from a carbon-based structure to a crystalline structure. Or which they say the 3D to 5D transition, which we are going in now because the Earth has reached a certain level where it's actually becoming alive. It's waking up, and we're going some global things that's going on. That's hence the updates. I get to that. I'm a dangerous man to those elite bullies, and the shadow government that's been corrupting the world since the 1950s. You don't believe me? Look at Truman's farewell address in the 1950s, where he speaks about the industrial military complex, which has now had their hands into just about everything. But alas, rejoice, their grips is falling apart and the light is shining right now. This is a beautiful time to be alive. So you can hear the sound of my voice. I got tremendous respect for anybody that's pulling air right now, regardless of who you voted for or what your acronyms or whatever. You're here right now for an extreme beautiful time. For all those that are identified as feminine, we need your vision, we need your energy to help correct the ills that we are facing in this particular society because the over-masculine agenda that's been placed upon this planet. And if you do identify as masculine, regardless of what your acronyms is, like I said before, I'm asking everybody to join me with this particular mindset. We will either live like men rather than die like slaves, or cowards, die like slaves. And I'm asking everybody to step to the plate and do what you can to help protect and bring about a change in your human family here. To all my YouTube subscribers, TikTok. Oh my God, TikTok is really taking off. Shout out to everybody who's checking me out on TikTok right now. I'm pointing at you right now. I love you. Tremendous support. We are doing this. We are actually bringing about this tremendous change. We got to do it ourselves. Yeah, we got a little help. It's flying around in the air a little bit. We'll get to that a little bit. But we got to do the work ourselves. They're just here to spectate. We're on the floor with the basketball, dribbling through our legs, looking like Derrick Rose. So all my subscribers, remember that you are eternal beings. with forever being a fraction of eternity, you are beautiful, powerful children of the most divine grid programmer. To all my youth, all my hooded youth with the hoods up and the face gates on and all that, I'll let you know that I love you. We love you. Yeah, I say we. You might not see anybody else here up on the stage with me, but trust and believe I am not alone. We love you. We believe the youth right now that's walking around the face of the earth are some of the most oldest souls in creation that now chose to reincarnate back at this key junction in time that was written about in the scriptures and the scroll, when it says, behold, I see the new heaven and the new earth. For the old heaven and the old earth have passed away. Yeah, we're living in Revelations right now. Go ahead and bring your books out, folks. So, like I said, we believe that youth are some of the most divine individuals, and so we're doing our due diligence to unlock the greatness in our youth at the same time as we are unlocking the greatness of the earth is coming out. Oh, it's all coming together in a world warm and fuzzy way. But wait, it ain't always warm and fuzzy, which I'll be getting into later on about how do you know when you're ascending. How do you know you're ascending? To all my healers out there, they're probably shaking my head like, You think it's all roses and gummy bears when you actually get to the point of accessing this higher realm of energy, knowledge, wisdom. It's quite an arduous trek that a lot of bloody seas that a lot of us had to travel through to be able to lay on this flowery bed of ease. But for all those, all my star seeds, wanderers, indigo children, angelic souls, Reiki practitioners, tree huggers, I'm going to let you all know this right now. We are the new founding fathers of this particular here creation here. And I'm asking everybody, do your part. So first, to find that unconditional love for yourself, you got to find that divine love. You got to understand the tremendous technology in which your body operates on and the tremendous beauty that all life harnesses. And when you understand that love and appreciation for yourself, then give a small snippet, a dollop of daisies, a little bit to your fellow human beings. And let's do what we can to actually turn over this creation, which is happening right as we speak. So I would never hurt myself. I would never kill myself. I'm a happily family married man. I got my ring on right there to prove it. Seek to be an individual in my community, to be a pillar in my community, and a pillar worldwide. Youth advocate, feminine energy advocate, and I'm asking everybody to get tuned in, tapped in, turned on to the most powerful of all hours. This is the Ptah Shakur Speaks program. So like I said, that's a little intro. Tell me a little bit about myself. But like you see on the bottom cursor there, this is Awakening Update 2025. So I got to get my little sheet out here. And one of the things you may experience, I'm going to put on my little doctor's hat right now. If you're listening at home, you can hear the sound of my voice. Have you had difficulty sleeping? Have you had difficulty in the feeling of loneliness? Have you started to detach, from people in your circles, your success team, as I call them? Or you find yourself at odds with your family members, at odds with those previous individuals from your success team, and you're looking to do something more. You're looking to change your diet from a heavily meated down lot of beef and pork. You want to venture out and eat more vegetables. Acai bowls, you find yourself enjoying those more and more granola bars and things of that nature. You find yourself wanting to feed yourself with life. We call ourselves either plant eaters or meat eaters, but that's not true. If you're a meat eater, then you'll catch something that's just scurrying about. You catch it, you kill it, you eat it. That's meat. However, something that's been sitting dead for quite a while and has to be injected with so many different chemicals and things of that nature. No, you're eating the dead. You're not eating meat. You're eating dead. You're necro. You're necro. Not necrophilia. Was it necro? Anyways, necro means dead. So you're eating things that are not promoting life inside your body. Are you experiencing, like I said, ringing in your ears? Noticing repeating numbers, whether it be 1111, 911, 222, 333. You're noticing it so much, you're like, wait a second. I'm just looking at a license plate and the time on the clock. I might just see an invoice number. I might work in the mail service. You're noticing, why does these numbers keep popping up? Yeah, you're noticing. You're catching on to things. Or have you been, like I said, the ringing in your ears? Have you noticed precognition abilities? Where you look around and you think about someone, the phone rings. And you might have these concurrently happening back to back to back to back, where you are not alone. In fact, you are what's called the Ascended. Yes, you know it was a word for it, now did you? However, this is a term to describe those that are actually becoming awakened to what's going on here inside of the earth. And this was talked about in the scriptures. Please, I told you, get your pen and pad out. You can go ahead and give a call in. We'll take a little call in, 717-846-5067. We can to have a great little discourse. And then I'll get right back on track. So, like I was saying, if you're noticing these ringing in your ears, if you're noticing all these different things, that's because the center core of the earth, this is one of the reasons of explaining what is taking place. And then I get into my little updates as well. The center core of the earth has been slowing in its rotation. Didn't know that the center core of the earth was rotating, now did you? That's what caused the electromagnetic field, because those heavy molten metals actually circulating inside of the earth. That's how we have what's called our electromagnetic atmosphere. If you haven't noticed already, and if you have not checked out some of the videos that I did even last year, I spoke about the northern pole, true north, energetic north, has moved. And what does that do? I'll answer that to the person sounds just like me. That means that that cold air is now drooping down into the central Canada, central United States. And that brings a myriad of situations. We just recently got out what's called an Arctic freeze. This Arctic freeze is the new norm. Do you remember there was an Arctic freeze last year as well? There was an Arctic freeze last year, and I actually with the jet stream, brought the jet stream so low that it actually brought that hot water from the Gulf of Mexico and down in the Central and Pacific. Yes, the same hot water that has caused a hurricane to come up the coast of California. Wow, haven't seen that one in quite a while. That happened last year. That shows you that this earth is actually adjusting. Well, much like a sleeping dog, that when the dog wakes up and it starts scratching his haunches or scratching the back of his ear, yes, there will be certain areas of the earth which will be subducted, meaning that are going to go under the ground, and then there's certain areas that's going to be rising up. I told you to get a pen and pad. This is test time. Google this. Oh, excuse me. Duck, go this. You don't want to do the Google. I'm not going to say why. I'm not going to get sued. So, if you will find out what's going on in Kenya. Yes, Kenya. That Kenya there in Africa, on the west coast of Africa, it is splitting asunder. With deep LiDAR scans, scientists are developing and finding out that there is actually another continent underneath the continent of Africa, what we call Alcubon. We get things right and exact here. However, that landmass that was previously known as Africa, that's misnomered and misnamed, actually has another supercontinent breaking through, almost like giving birth, and it's splitting Kenya apart. And even that ocean ridge over there by the peninsula there, I think the Suez Canal, Suez Peninsula, that whole area is moving apart. It's much like a lava lamp. If you notice that a lava lamp, that hot molten lava that comes from the center of the core of the earth, it starts to gravitate and then come up, and then it reaches the top, it actually accolades and it comes back down. This is what causes the Pangea effect. That particular landmass is coming up, spreading them off. Other landmasses subduct, and it's a circle of life for my Lion King fans out there. And not only does that have a torrential field, the earth, dealing with the geography, the energetic North Pole. That's how all magnets work. All magnets work in a torus field. And yes, I'll get to the good stuff. Yes, you that's listening at home, my beautiful, powerful, love-like children of the most divine Greer programmer. Yes, you have a torus field as well. That's what's called karma. Whatever you put out goes off to the top of your head and it goes out to the ends of space. I'm not just saying you can scream and holler. And someone may hear you, depending on how, if you're out in the wilderness, depends if you're in the city street like downtown New York, your voice probably won't carry too far. But no matter how loud you get, your voice has a certain limit as far as how its acoustics are able to travel out. But energy, there is no limit to that energy. So whatever you put out in the form of what you have in your mind, you concentrate on, and you want in your life, you will have that return back full circle into you. But yes, this is what's called the secret. Millionaires don't believe in this. Billionaires do. They understand the laws and principles of creation. It's no longer is hidden in books under that place in Europe with the letter V. Or it's hidden in certain publicity on these mystery schools. All mysteries will be revealed at this particular time, and I'm helping to do my particular part and just reminding you that your goals and anything that you want, you can put back into your life. And I'll go into it real briefly before I get into the meat of what I'm saying. I'm almost 1/3 of the way done. Peace, shout out to the God, James Freeland. Thanks for popping in. I really didn't even get a chance to share this out to everybody right now, so you're going to get the recording anyway. So, like I said, it's really about where your focus goes, so goes your power. So you don't have to sit on your knees and you don't have to get yourself in a prayer situation and constantly ask another individual to bring what is due to you by nature into your life. Instead, you use with this, I forget what the lady's name there on, I found out about her on the YouTube. She wins every game of chance, lotto, any type of what do they call? Like games of money, lottos and things of that nature. She has done interviews and has a program called SPEC. It's called Select, Project, Expect, Collect. So SPEC, Select, Project, Expect, Collect. So first you select what it is that ever you have inside your mind. Have a real goal, something that you really, really want. And if it's not to the point when you share this goal with your friends, if they don't chuckle a little bit, then it means you need to dream bigger. Yeah, we dreaming big. We're going big. Let you know there are no limits. So whenever it is you select what it is what you want, you project that. How you do that? Well, just things called vision boards. For one, simplest thing, get a couple magazines out, cut a couple pictures out, put it on everything, or you can put them on your refrigerator. Or you can get in conversation with people that's in your success team. And I mean your success team, I mean individuals that really want to see you become the better version of yourself. Speaking to them, hey, almost close, about to get that food truck. I'm going to get that food truck in a little bit. I'm telling you, I'm going to get that food truck. Oh, yeah. Project it. Share your dreams. I know some people, don't let everybody know your next move. They're going to come into your way. Man, forget that. We don't live in fear. If you even open up to fear, fear is pulls the plug right out of the wall. We're not dealing with no fear. We don't even care if somebody copies off of you. The more the merrier. Nobody can duplicate your energy and your purpose on this planet. So if it's adjacent, hey, they have a saying, an African proverb, you want to go there fast, go alone. You want to go far, go with others. So no matter if somebody else takes your idea a little bit, you can do a little collaboration. You can even learn from them as well. So that's projecting. Expect it. What does that mean? That means just put it in the back of your mind, back of your ear, just like, be nice when that happens. Have no insistence, of the time. I want to have it by the end of this year. That's cool to do that, but still be flexible in your time period. It may take a while to kind of line your chakras up and allow that energy to come back. And the bigger the blessing, sometimes it takes a little time. So fret not. And then, like I said, collect it. But we run into problems. Oh, yes, we do. It's not that simple. When we talk about things that we want, immediately the opponent that is built inside of us starts to speak up. And then our energy slowly starts to go off course. Let me give you an example. You say, I want a brand new car. I want an SUV. I want a Hummer. I don't know if they even make Hummers anymore. I want a Hummer, gold rims. You get specific with it. Gold rims, gold interior. Get all in specific with it. Then you tie in your emotions to it. So you know what? I'm imagining how the wind would feel when I open up that moon roof and have that wind blow across my bald head. Got family there. Shout out to everybody there shout out to everybody there on TikTok. Shout out to everybody there on Facebook. So when you want to pull in your emotions, how does it sound when you're walking across the hardwood floor in this it's this luxurious oceanfront property of yours. When I was a youth advocate, that's exactly what I did. I had certain YouTube videos that showed money manifestation videos, and I would have it playing in a very large projector screen behind me. It had a nice little beat to it. It said, I deserve to be rich. Money comes to me easily. And while I'm in the midst of my conversation, because you know the youth today, they kind of get distracted when you're trying to get them down. So I just have this playing there in the background, and I would just point to it. It's like, you don't like this home right there? Yeah, I like that home. Imagine the sound of your shoes walking across the hardwood floor. Imagine the smell of the seawater while you're at your beachfront home. You tie your emotions to it. You speak to your success team. You do that projection. You have your vision board. I promise you, if you carry those three things out, you will bring what it is that you want. But this is what we fall into. This is the trap we fall into. We talk about, I want my Hummer. I want a Hummer. I want the gold rims, and I want the gold interior, you know, because this car that I got, this is a piece of crap. This car here only got 3 wheels. The windshield wiper works because I got to hold it. I forget what movie I was seeing. The brother had a little string, and he was pulling the string, and it was having the windshield wipers go across this particular screen. Like, I hate this car. This car is broke. The more you speak about your problems, the more your problems will be abundant in your life. Let me say that again. The more you speak about your problems, the more your problems will become a more current experience in your life, because the universe brings what you're focused on and brings that into fruition. So the same thing falls in if you're having a relationship with somebody. Like, girl, I need to find me a man. Focus on the positive. I want a man that's going to cook for me and make food in bed. I don't know, do cartwheels. I don't know. Whatever it is, keep that on your projection. Don't project the negative. Don't say, oh, because I want a man, because the man that I'm having, oh my God, I've been nothing but drug dealers and oh my God, and crazy people. Oh my God. And the last one that I had, oh my God, he stole my shoestrings out of my shoe. Like, we got to stop. You are producing your reality every moment of the day. It's the fact that we haven't been taught how to do that. I got into a little tangent, y'all. Anyways, back on track here. So if you notice these ringing in your ears, you're noticing these particular ideas taking place for you. I'm going to go into how your energy might be scaring people. You might say, I'm a good person. I mean well. I love people. I'm nice. I'm a Care Bear full of energy. But people are not flocking to me. For some reason, I get these adverse reactions from people that I can't explain. Ptah Shakur got you covered. We're going to go into that in a little bit. But finishing out my little update. So you see the LA fires? Have you seen them, folks? Have you seen the Arctic blast taking place like I was mentioning before? The Earth is in a new paradigm, and it's currently about to shift into the 5th dimension, which is a whole crystallized energy. Like I said, this was written about in that book. Yes, that book that you sat in there and you sat there and you listened to the pastor or the preacher or whomever, and you had that book on your lap. It was somewhere within your reach, I promise you. And in that book, it speaks about a new heaven and a new earth and about this particular time that we're living in right now. So what are we going to do about it is the question I got for everybody. So, but real quick before I move into the meat of everything, we got 8:30 right now. I'm doing pretty good on my time, doing a little dance. So, disclosure update. For those who don't know, there's a great man by the name of Dr. Stephen Greer. This individual has been a proponent of what they call disclosure. People always say, when are you going to have disclosure? When is the military or high-ranking officials or individuals that we consider to be authority, meaning that when they see something, we're not supposed to just roll our eyes. Like, okay, that's Lenny down there on the corner. You know, Lenny, you know what I'm saying? No, these are individuals that have been drug tested, that have proven to be sane individuals that get paid to observe and report and answer conflict and danger. These individuals, when are they going to come and share what's taking place with this drone situation, with this UFOs? Because believe it or not, you know things about such as Area 51. And, you know, some things is kind of fringe. Yeah, you heard about it. You know, UFOs. Yeah, aliens walking among us, working with the government. You know, they may have been here before us. All of those things is now in a shelf of mysteries. But alas, conspiracy theorists out there, there is quite a bit of truth. Whistleblowers. One whistleblower by the name of Jake Barber. Salute you, sir. These are whistleblowers that have reached out to Mr. Stephen Greer and say, I want to come out and share what I know for the American people to know what's going on with their government, what's being shared, what's being kept from us. I'm going to go back to that dollar bill. Anybody got a dollar bill? Go ahead and pull that out. I did say on the back of the dollar bill that Novus Ordo Selectum, New Order World. But if you have also noticed that there's a pyramid on the dollar bill, and the top of that pyramid appears to be levitating, flying, I don't know. But it's not connected to the base of the pyramid. What does that mean? Well, I'll go ahead and answer for the sake of time here. Plus, I don't see any hands raised. So, what that means is that, not only does the top of that pyramid seem to hover above the rest of the body, it also has a strange eye right in the middle of it, which is called the Eye of Horus, Eye of Truth, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, enlightenment. So why is it that it's capsulated and it's separated from everyone? I'll go ahead and answer that. I don't like suspense. I like sharing knowledge. There's individuals that know quite a bit of what's going on, and they're not sharing it with you and I. So there's individuals like Dr. Stephen Greer. And he has already did disclosure twice. Disclosure has happened. They're in Washington, D.C., had camera crews and everything there recording it. But the funny thing is how this media works. You can have the tremendous thing to say, have a press conference, have a stage, and all it takes is just one innocuous tabloid to pop up at the same time. And that 99% of attention goes to this particular tabloid. Ooh, I got so much to share with you all. But I stick to the point. So Dr. Stephen Greer, this great individual who was bringing about disclosure, bringing about these anti-gravitic ships, if you want to call them, that were captured. And they're actually in the custody of the United States military. I would never hurt myself. I love myself, and I've never ever killed myself. I'm a happily family married man, and I'm looking to be a pillar of my community. Anyways, so individuals like Lockheed Martin, Skunk Works, individuals that have armed guards of military, have the flag waving and got the military there, and they got the flag on their lapels, and they have the camouflage on, and these are soldiers that would give their life to protect the American way and the Constitution. These individuals are guarding heavily hidden secrets that they don't even know that they're guarding. We as an American people, we are waking up. We as a world population are waking up. And we're discovering that we are owed the truth. Now they're slowly starting to bring some truth out, but we want it like it was yesterday. And there's litigation that's going on in the legislation process there in Washington, D.C. to help give, what do they call it? Permits for the judges to allow individuals to go into Lockheed Martin and say, we want to see what you have. Have the judicial system. First you pass the laws, and then the judge says, hey, you got to let us in there. I'm trying to remember what the term is. Anyways, anybody knows the term of what it is that the judges give out in order to allow them to go into a warrant? Yeah! Sharp as a tack. So, these particular judges are looking to do this the way we can go in there, FBI agents and things. Not everybody is a part of this Illuminati thing and this conspiracy. Not everybody. It's hidden very, very deeply. However, we want to find a way, we think we all should, where we can go into those particular facilities and inspect what's happening. Otherwise, the only alternative is to go in there guns blazing. To go in these particular guns blazing, there was a lot of lives that's going to be lost, a lot of unfortunate lives that's going to be lost from individuals that are doing their due diligence and thinking that they're actually preparing and saving their American public. But in fact, they're actually defending some organization that is no longer a part of this particular country. But alas, that time is coming to an end. Dr. Stephen Greer, some of the whistleblowers has already started coming out as early as last week. One is Jake Barber. He's a military analyst. If you want to find his name, his page, go ahead and check me out here on YouTube. Ptah Shakur, Ptahsha. You see it on the screen. You know how to spell it. Go check me out. Go ahead and check the plethora of videos that I already kind of put out. And we'll get you where you need to go. But moving and grooving along very, very smoothly, I might add. Signs to know that you are spiritually awakening and that your energy may be scaring people off. Remember, if you have that divine light, sometimes light affects or attracts moths and different things that want to stamp out the light. So you may have attachments. You may have people in your life that are trying to pray for your downfall. Let me get you all set up here. Have you ever been told, why can't you just get along with it? Why do you have to make everything so complicated, Ptah? Or someone ever said to you, have you ever said, how did you know that? It's like you're reading my mind. Have you ever noticed that when you walk into a particular place, the energy shifts? Eyes start darting down, looking at you or looking away from you. People glance at you with curiosity. Some feel intimidated. Now, you may not be wanting to be in an intimidation. However, your energy is standing out. Like I've said before, because of this phase that we're living in, the earth is harnessing this fifth dimensional energy, and you are actually changing as well. And if you change your diet up a little bit, and you keep getting in contact with your own psychic abilities, you're, like I said, noticing and repeating numbers, precognition, you know what's going to happen before it happens. This is what Jesus was speaking about when he says, greater work shall ye do. Yes, that Yeshua has shared. Greater work shall ye do. And these are some of the works that's being brought out at this right now. This is the unseen power of your spiritual energy. And if you felt this, chances are you're what's called the chosen ones. But being chosen is not about being better, more important, prettier. You may not be as beautiful as I am. That's okay. That's all right. However, being a chosen one means that you have a responsibility to be yourself and subconsciously allow others to be themselves. One of the famous poems that I remember, I think this is in Coach Carter. What are we afraid of the most is the question. What we're afraid of the most is not that we are insignificant or unworthy. What we're afraid is that we're infinitely powerful beyond measure. And it's that unknownness that scares us. It's our light, not our darkness, that scares us. For those who have already took the path to harness that light and to be a proponent and an expressor of that particular light, salute. This show is for you. If you're on the upper track, like I said, you already know about the divineness of you. You're what's what I call the upper room. A lot of individuals are in the middle track here. You're still trying to ascertain the information that we're getting from our spiritual authorities as well as our world authorities. You're trying to understand what's going on. The news isn't making too much sense nowadays. You're starting to reanalyze some of your belief systems and let them go if they're no longer being in harmony with your heart. Yes, your heart has specialized cells called rhombohedron crystals. These rhombohedron crystals actually work as just in the same capacity as your mind does, as your brain does. So your heart is able to pick up on things. You'll be able to ascertain whether a person is being truthful or not, whether a situation is good for you or not. Because believe it or not, if you run things through this cabeza, you run things through your mind, you have to run it through a filter. And that filter is called your religious indoctrination, your schooling, your family affiliation, your belief systems. You run it through all those filters, and then whatever drips out at the end, we are trying to use that to gauge the reality of the time that we're living in right now, which is not going to work. So there's individuals, like I mentioned, there's a third level. It's those that's on the slow bus. All my ascended ones, if you got people you love that's on the slow bus, I got something for you. Let me explain who the slow bus individuals are. These are individuals that do not want to change, that do not want to learn, read, educate themselves. These are individuals that are actually scared that they actually made the wrong turn, but they won't allow themselves. Remember, denial begets denial. Some people, you'll deny that you're in denial, shall I say. So, people on the slow bus, give them time. Don't force them to do anything. Don't sit them down and say, hey, look, it's Ptah Shakur, listen to the program. I promise you, I've had individuals do that. And you'll see their head turn. You're going to cause problems in your life. Listen, don't show them my videos. This is for those who are ascended. They want to call in. Hey, it's a call-in number, 717-846-5067. Or you can email me on ptahshakur@gmail. Check me out on TikTok, Ptah Shakur 1111. Check me out on Facebook. I would love to go explain some of these nuances with everybody. Like I said, those that's on the slow bus, you got to let them be what you got to do. I don't like pointing fingers too often, but I got to this particular time. What are you going to do, ascended ones? What you're going to do is you're going to worry about yourself. You're going to find out unconditional love, and you're actually going to find your passion. You will be passionate about your passion. One thing about what COVID did is shut everything down. Checking out my time here. Shut everything down. Where we all was in automatic mode. We was going to the store, we was going to Piggly Wiggly's, we was going to a gas station, we just running the money. Our brains very rarely stepped in and had anything to do with our experiences. However, situations like COVID shut us down. You really had to decide, man, what do I want to do with the rest of my life? Some individuals hit midlife crisis a little bit early. When you realize that you've been going with the flow, going with your indoctrination, going with your belief system. But when it's the true essence of you, when has that ever been expressed? So be passionate about your passion. If you've been working in a sector or field and it's not building, it's not leading to your happiness and your well-being, and you will feel better off sweeping up peanut crumbs at the end of the circus, I don't judge anybody. Whatever it is that causes you to be happy, I want everybody to go ahead, fast forward right into that motion ASAP in order to get out of that slow bus and understand the reality of life that we're going in. Because remember, we're constantly picking and choosing between the multiplicity of different timelines based off of every decision that we make. So when you make your decision to be an example, you'll be an example of what it is to be a good husband, be an example of how to be a good father, be an example to be a proponent of love and life, just like Yeshua taught us. Do as this Yeshua does. That form of worship is out of date. Do what Jesus did. Jesus, Yeshua, follow that particular mode, that particular example, and go into that. And when you go into that, you create a whole new timeline for yourself. And you allow those individuals that you left behind, you leave them a little door open in case they want to come. I will say it again. You do not wait for no one else. It says in the scripture that every tongue shall see, every ear shall confess, every knee shall bow, every tub shall sit on its own bottom. It said the road to heaven is the road to hell is packed and paved with good intentions. But the road to heaven was seldom traveled. So fret not. That leads to one of the other things for all my ascended individuals. You may feel a little lonely. We're going to get into that in a moment. But chosen one is not about being better. It's not about me important than anyone else. It is about carrying your unique energy. You are a part of the sun, a person. You are a unique representation of the most divine Greer program. And you got to do that to your darn duelist. So what does that mean? That means that once you're being your true essence of yourself, you're going to get on somebody's nerve. You're going to get on everybody's nerves just a little bit. Because you're your own unique frequency. So don't fall into the thing that I got to be lovable and liked by everybody. Oh, no. Remember what Jesus said. I came not to bring peace, but I came to bring the sword. I'll get into that. So these people, you carry unique energy, a higher vibration, and a purpose that most people is not understanding yet. It's not because you're doing anything wrong. It's just the opposite. Your energy is so potent, so raw, that it aligns and it disrupts the illusion and the comforts of others that have built around themselves. This comfortable world of illusion is breaking apart. And those that want to stay in the home, will stay in that home. But it's up to you. If you're in a burning building, it's time to get up out of there. So the first sign that your spiritual energy is scaring people is you have an unexplained presence. This isn't what you look for. You wear it about an unseen force that you carry. So you carry a particular energy. When you walk into a room, you're very polarizing. People love you or they want to run away from you. So when you look into other people's eyes, they may audibly say this. I doubt it. But when you look into other people's eyes, they somewhat see that you're reading them. Anybody has experienced this, go ahead and call in 717-846-5067. The energy shifts. You're feeling like you're exposing individuals. Why? Because you're reaching on those precognition levels. So when somebody tells you, hey, where was you on Friday night? I was at work. Ooh, the frequency would just be off. You're like, wait a second. You say you was at work. Is that accurate? Whoa. Work roll. As the Scooby-Doo would say. Individuals start to say, where is he getting this information? That individual must know something. And they'll get very, very defensive. Maybe even just straight out violent to kind of push you off. Or they're trying to pull away from you. Long story short, they'll avoid eye contact with you, or you can tell how their energy shifts when you're around. That's because you're acting as a mirror. When you align with your higher self, you reflect back to others what they're avoiding in themselves. All their fears, all their insecurities, all their unhealed wounds all come to the surface when you come walking through the door. It's not something that you're doing on purpose. It is just a natural effect that your spiritual vibration is actually accumulating and getting higher. The second stage is people are either drawn to you or repelled to you, like I was sharing before. When your energy is so polarizing, those that are ready to grow, they'll sit at your feet. And they want to know, hey, how did you get that? What drives you? What led you into this particular area? They get plenty of questions will be abound. But other individuals who are not ready to, do not want to work on themselves, they see when you come around, you bring an end to their illusionary type of tactics. Remember, love. For all my haters out there. No. For all those who've been hated upon. The hatees, I guess you would call them. To all my hatees. If you find individuals that's hating on you from out of nowhere, this might be people that you love. You hold into the bosom, your very bosom. And they're expressing this hate, and you don't know where it comes from. Let me explain to you. Hate is a lower form, is the lowest vibration of love. What? I know I heard that. Someone said it at home and listened to it. What did he say? I said hate is a lower vibration of love. I stand on that. So what I mean by that, in order to help hate, in order to change a hateful person, all you need is love, love. All you need is love. So these individuals that are looking at you and they're like, oh, she's over here shining and bright and she's starting businesses and she's over here doing this. Understand that deep within themselves, they want what you have. They might want your man, they might want your car, they might want your life, they might want your business. And you will say, you can have it. I'll help you get to the point where you can get it. But no. Like I said, we all have that opponent. We have that enemy in our head. He that speaks, he that is in me, our enemy. And that enemy come across in a very distorted way. So instead of applauding and asking and looking for that individual to help them reach that level of what they want, instead it reverts into, I'm not worthy enough of that. They speak very whispers in their mind. I don't deserve that. A lot of us are walking around the face of the earth with these recordings that's been placed into us at a young age, placed in us by programming, by the masses. These elites that I spoke about, they're the ones putting that out there. You ain't worthy of nothing. You're not worthy of nothing. Nothing is good enough for you. Go ahead and have your nothing. We'll give you some things to play on, give you a lot of entertainment, a lot of things to watch and things, but we're going to give you nothing. There's 1% of the population that owns 99% of the wealth, 99% of the resources. But yet, we're in love with nothing. So, for all those, if you find yourself in love with nothing, and you really analyze, how are you speaking to yourself? Like I was sharing before, as far as the words you use. Are you saying, I am powerful, I am beautiful, I am deserving of riches, I am deserving of love? Or are you secretly saying to yourself, or even auditively, I'm stupid. You know, I'm always causing problems. I'm always making a mess of things. Self-deprecating humor, as we call, simple stuff. No, words are power. So if you are saying that, I change the language of how you speak to yourself. And I promise you, your perspective, like I said in my very, very opening here, I look at the world through the lens of love. I realize that I am love. I am a child of love. I am a proponent of love. Therefore, everything that returns back to me is in the form of love. And even hate, like I said, is a low form of love. So if you find yourself being hated upon, don't throw the baby out in the bathwater. Don't cause a tantrum. Don't stop your emotion for a half a second. Just keep on trucking. And then you realize that individual that was hated upon you, as you keep moving in your emotion and you see them learn from you as being an example, then they'll come up and they'll say to you, I really always appreciated you. I always appreciated everything that you did, said, but I just couldn't see that for myself. And so it just contorted in such a way where every time I saw your face, it just gave me the heebie-jeebies. So, moving on, grooving on. I got about 8 more minutes. I'm going to close it up pretty soon. Number 3. Oh, let me finish. So, people either repelled or they're attracted to your particular energy. Your presence feels magnetic. They might not even know why, but they're drawn to you like a moth to a flame. But for those that are decently attached to your comfort zone, your energy feels threatening. Your comfort zone is your disaster zone. You will die in your comfort zone. The most unwanted thing in creation is change. So if you're unwilling to change, you still find yourself at that same dead-end job. You find yourself in a relationship with that same dead-end person. The angels will speak to you. Hey, why don't you explore something different? How about explore this over here? How about you just move to another temperature range? How about you just move your house around? Just do a little feng shui. How about you clean that garage out? Those whispers will come to you explaining how you can change so you can make sure that you're on the leading edge of thought. So you can experience this positive energy that is being present nowadays. But alas, we don't do that sometimes, don't do we? We don't listen to that angel speak. And instead, we wait. We wait until, and particularly if you have a very, very important purpose to play in this particular play that we're living in, then things will come to you in a very harsh manner. I've said this before. Angels and demons wear the same jerseys. Is this phone ringing yet? I say it again. Angels and demons wear the same jerseys. Meaning that you want to don't want to listen to this impetus or this way of moving into something new, then there's going to be something really tremendously catastrophic that's going to happen. It's going to be a car crash, death of a loved one, health scare. It's going to take something like that to really sit you down and realize, wait a second, maybe I should change. So, your comfort zone, you'll die in your comfort zone. So when you come across these people, it feels like you're shaking their very foundation of their experience. And so they might want to stay away from you. You say, I'm a good guy. Why don't I want to hang out with me? It's lonesome. Understand this. That's why. It's because you're powerful, not because you're weak. Have you ever noticed? Has someone ever disliked you for no apparent reason? Or someone that is seen to be irritated by your very existence? You just keep catching them on, oh my God, he's looking at me again. Just side of the road. Just mean mugging you for no reason at all. It's because you're disrupting their equilibrium. It's like an earthquake shaking under the ground, and they do not know how to handle it. But question is to you. I'm pointing again. How do you handle these reactions with people? Remember, your energy is not something to apologize for. You might see me, I might get my beard braided up. Got my crystal jewelry out here just blinging right now. I'm being my authentic self. So when people, you're being your authentic self and you're getting this backlash, you're getting these haters, you're getting that sneer from across the room, you're getting people that are no longer want to associate with you, how are you handling that? Remember, your energy is not something to apologize for. You do not shrink to fit in someone else's box. You are here to expand, grow, and to awaken others simply by being yourself. And yes, it may scare them temporarily, but understand you are most certainly inspiring them. So we're going to I'm just going to slide one more in here. We got about like 5 more minutes. The third sign that your spiritual energy is scaring people is that you often feel misunderstood. People might project their fears or insecurity onto you and label you as too intense, too sensitive, or even too intimidating. What they're really saying is that your energy is too much for them to handle, and that's okay. Not everybody's vibrating on the higher frequencies, and those that are still rooted in the lower vibrations of fear, judgment, ego, they can feel like you're speaking a strange language to them, and sometimes this would lead to tremendous loneliness. You are ahead of time. You are not here to fit in, you are here to lead. Your spiritual leadership is not about being liked by everyone. It's about standing in your truth, and even if it makes other people feel uncomfortable. And that leads me to Matthew 10:3-4, where it says, "Do not think that I have come to bring peace on earth. I have not come to bring peace, but the sword." Think about that. That's the great Yeshua, great Jesus, shared those particular words. So if you find yourself changing who you are to fit in, remember, peace is something that individuals experience when they put themselves in accordance to their peace, their higher purpose. Like I just mentioned to you, if you're not listening to the whispers of those angels that share with you, hey, you might want to be over here. You might want to position yourself over here. You might want to do that. You don't want to listen to that. You're going to have another voice that's going to come a little bit harder, a little bit harsher. And nobody, we can blame it on the devil, we can blame it on God, you can blame it on whoever you want to blame it on. That is the universal energy coming back. Like I said, everything operates in a torus field. And yes, you listening at home, you have a torus field. Don't know what that is? Think about an inflatable snow tube. We're in the inside of that. That's why the universe is never ending. You can go around the inside of your little ant going around in the inside of the inner tube. You can go around for forever. You can even go in this particular direction. He said, forget it. Stop. Make a hard left. Make a left. Keep going around. You'll go forever. You can say, I'm going to walk diagonally. You can walk diagonally. You're going to walk forever. Much like when they exploded that nuclear bomb, and you see the mushroom cloud, everything in existence without the gravity will always come back and always come back. So you are a powerful divine source, and you can manifest anything that you want in your life. All you have to do is operate out of love. Love, believe it or not, allows your span of influence to triple in size and triple in your impact and triple in your blessings that are actually going to be received. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and conclude this particular program. This is the Ptah Shakur Speaks program. I took a couple weeks off, but I'm back at it. Updates. Every week you will get an update as far as what's going on in this particular world as we actually move into this Christ consciousness. As you can see on the bottom of the screen, New Earth or the New World Order or New Earth. It's up to you. Which one you going to choose? So this is Ptah Shakur. Check me out next Monday from 8 to 9 on the same bat channel, same bat station. Love and light to you all. Star Seed salute. Tiki-top.